Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm bringing you a extremely special ukulele here. It's pretty rare to come across a Collings ukulele. Collings is one of the top premier brands in the guitar world. I don't know too much. That's kind of just all I know up to that point. But Collings pretty much just doesn't really make ukuleles anymore. It's super rare to come across them, or even just to for them to pop up like in the market. So for me, it's always a privilege to be able to come here and share these really wonderful, unique, and awesome uke with you folks. So this is a concert Collings ukulele, and I mean, check out this finish. I mean, at first I was like, "What? Like, is that? It looks like a zebra, I guess." I mean, what kind of finish is this, or what kind of color is this? So this is a dog hair, kind of stained mahogany, mahogany wood with the dog hair stain on the front, back, and sides. Really nice stuff. It's really just kind of it just kind of comes off the instrument. It really is striking and some nice stuff. And it pairs really well aesthetically with this ivory binding to get this kind of off-white ivory binding on the back of the instrument as well as the front, even along the fretboard right here on the sides. And it matches really nicely with the headstock and this kind of pickguard right here, which you usually don't find on an ukulele. When I look at this, it reminds me of like the Gibson from the 50s and 60s with the headstock. It has that shiny, like kind of pearl white kind of plate. And then even here again with the pick guard, so it looks really cool, very mesmerizing to look at, especially in the light. You can see all of that kind of 3D effect going on. And then your typical fret markers here on the fretboard, and then even here on the side. This one has a radius fretboard. I love to see it. I'm a big fan of the radius fretboard. It has a slight curvature, so when you're playing, say, your bar chords or some of your more complicated chords, I feel like it does make a difference with the ease, with the curvature of the fretboard. So real good stuff. And then as you can see, even the neck itself and the back of the headstock, you have that same dog hair mahogany stained finish right here, and then the planetary tuners right here on the back with a small footprint here on the front of the headstock to really preserve that really beautiful aesthetically pleasing headstock on this instrument. So yeah, this is a really cool instrument. This is probably, I mean, there's even less than a handful of times I've ever even got to see or touch or play a Collings instrument. So very, very cool to be able to share this with you folks. So getting into the sound of this, it pretty much has that kind of sound that you would expect from a concert. It's going to be not has a big sound like a tenor, or is going to be kind of fully developed. You're going to get more of that kind of, you're going more towards that childlike kind of very happy bright sound that you get, say, from like a soprano, the smallest size of the ukulele. So concert being right in the middle between the tenor and the soprano size, you're going to get a little bit more maturity of the sound, or a little more deeper sound from the concert, but not yet as developed as the tenor sound. So when I'm strumming on this instrument, you're still going to retain that nice bright happy timbre in the sound. So when you strum, it still has that really nice kind of sound, like it has a very mid-range sound, but it has that brightness, rounded sound. Another thing about the sound of this instrument is that it seems like the sound is more on the front of the body. And what I mean by that is that when you play an instrument with a lot of low end, you play Brazilian rosewood back and sides, or Macassar ebony back sides, or Ziricote, all of these really denser woods, and you play the instrument, you'll notice that a lot of the times the sound is going to be more against their body. So when you're like strumming, especially with a low G, you're going to really feel the vibrations on the back, or on your body on this side of the instrument, versus when I play this instrument, it feels like a lot of the sound is more on the front of the instrument. So it's hovering a lot over here versus hovering back on my body. So it's a very forward projecting sound, but it just has that classic sound. Really fun to pick. You get this, again, more like this childlike kind of sound. It doesn't have too much clarity. It's more of that rounded kind of wow kind of sound versus that teeny, like trying to project forward. So it has more of a rounded sound. So when you're playing, like, really it kind of reminds me of really playing kind of faster kind of songs. It matches that genre really well, I feel like. it just really matches, I think, that kind of sound. All right, so let's jump into a sound sample. Here we go. It's a fun little instrument. You can see it has that really fun, happy, cheery vibe, especially when you're going all around the fretboard. So go into a little bit of strumming. I'll do a little bit of fast strumming and then more of the easy strumming. You guys can kind of go ahead and discern the difference with the sounds that this instrument can provide. So